Are we really in it for rehabilitation? So my thing, are we really, when we going into these homes, is it really about restoring families, or is it about checking the box? And I know for most of us that's in here, it's not about checking the box. And you know why I know? Because it's not like it's crazy amount of money that we getting paid to do this work. We do this work because we want to make a difference. But something happens sometime in the midst of it where some of us can become jaded because we're overwhelmed and we forget what's in front of us. In Japan, you see this image here. I heard this story about, we'll say this kintsugi. By the show of hands, how many people heard of this kintsugi process? A few of us. Man, please, when you get a chance, go online and look it up. It's one of the most amazing processes that they use to make art. So like in Japan, what happened when ceramic or plate breaks, the process is that they will use various matter to bring these objects that were once broken, like shattered glass. They would then take this shattered glass and they will mend it back together. They will put glue on it, put it back together, and they will scrape it with some coal or some hard abrasive, and then they put some more sticking object, and then they scrape it down again. And then the last process, what they would do, they will, where all of those cracks are, they will fill it with solid gold. Solid gold. This is what they do in Japan. And so instead of, like, you know, you drop a glass in your kitchen, you like, oh my God, give me the broom and the dustpan. You take it, you throw it away. When in Japan, they're like, oh my God, here's an opportunity. Here's an opportunity for me to fix or help something that was once broken and shattered. Now I can make it so much better. I can clean it up. I know it's gonna be difficult because I have to shave all of the excess off. It's gonna be a process. I know it's not gonna happen overnight. Some things is gonna stick, some things are not. But at the end of the day, if I remain steadfast, if I remain unmovable, if I don't quit, if I don't faint, it will eventually turn to gold. And now it will be more valuable than it once was. Something that was only $3 now is worth about $400 or $500. Just think about the families that come to you that may be broken, that may not know what to do. They don't know how to talk right. They may come in smoking weed or smelling like weed. We can't just judge them by what we see. We have to see beyond that. We have to see beyond that. Hey, let me tell you another secret. I need you to look beyond you as well. Some of you looking at yourselves is like, hey, this happened to me and that happened to me. I have no more worth. That's a lie. You just getting started, baby. You just getting started. You have to know that you're just getting started. Listen, if you wasn't supposed to be here, you'd be gone, but you made it through the storm. So why just be here? Why just exist? My thing is, if you have to be here, you might as well get a reward for it. You might as well live with purpose. Why just show up? No, I need to bring my presence. This family gonna change because my presence. My children gonna live because my presence. This family shall not die because of my presence. This community shall thrive because of my presence. I'm not getting caught up with what I see. That's them. I'm a change agent. I tell them, people, send me your daddy. Send them to me. Give me the hard ones. I don't want the easy ones. They cool. They can walk side by side. But I want the ones that nobody else wants. Give me those broken pieces. Give me the shattered one. I want to turn that thing into gold. I just want him to be better. I just want him to live. I just want him to know who he is and whose he is. His children depending on him, bruh. He just don't know how to fight. I look at my kids, they be in there fighting with each other. I'm like, man, somebody beat the brakes off of y'all. Y'all grew up way over here. You don't understand the struggle. There's nothing in the kitchen. I'm like, man, you don't know struggle. Yeah, I'm quite sure you hear your kids say, there's nothing to eat. Like, for real, just defrost it. Just defrost it. Fix it. Warm it up. And that's the same thing with us, that we just have to be willing to get in the trenches with them. They have to know that we are going to stay with them. So I got 5 points when working with these families and seeing things through his eyes. Number one, I have to be informed. I thought crocheting was one thing, but it was something totally different. So I have to be informed. I have to get in the trenches. I have to be willing to get dirty. For real, I have to be willing to get dirty. At the end of the day, I have to be willing to get dirty. I have to be willing to know what makes you move. Like really, what's bothering? Like, what's the issue? I look at my son who's 10 years old, who lives in the house with his father, who struggled how to communicate and talk about his emotions and his feelings. So me as his father, I'm helping him navigate. He had a soccer game a few months ago. He came out crying. I said, you ride with me. I let my daughters ride with my wife. I said, son, you ride with me. We got in the car. He's crying. And see, a lot of dads be like, tell him to shut that up. Like, no. I'm like, yo, you cool. You can cry, but hold on. We need to talk for a second. This is me becoming informed, right? I'm like, yo, hold up. Crying is cool, but you got to tell me why you're crying. I just need to know why. And you need to know why. Because what happens, little boys who cry with tears as little boys, they cry differently as grown men. They cry different. And if you don't teach him how to identify and name his pain, he won't be able to navigate. And so I said, son, why are you crying? He's like, no reason. No, fall back. Come on, bro, come on. Why are you crying? See, this is the thing. He didn't know what to say. He didn't know how to process it. Like, slow down. Why are you crying? And I gave him a few options. So at the end of the day, the reason why he was crying is because he couldn't control the situation. He felt, though, that the refs were not calling the right calls, and he couldn't give enough to help his team win. And so, by us going through the process, so I'm like, son, that's fine. Now listen, pay attention. You're upset because you can't control this. You're not going to be able to control everything. And I'm not saying that you can't cry, but you can't just cry because you can't control it. We need to learn how to process. You need to learn how to control what you can control. So now what must we do so that we're not in the same situation next time? What could you have done better so you didn't put yourself in this situation? Can you control the rest? No. So why are you tripping? You can learn how to communicate, with the ref or with your coach to better understand this circumstance and situation? Because what I don't want is my son, who's 10 years old, who's small, who's frail, to become 20, 30 years old. He's upset, he's angry, he doesn't know how to communicate. His woman says something back to him, he doesn't know how to respond because her mouth is sharper than his, and he's like, I can't control it, and the only thing that he know how to do is use these paws. No, son, I need you to know how to communicate. I need you to know how to articulate your emotions. Cry all day long, but I need you to know why you cry.